I was standing in this tiny airport cafe in Chiang Mai, holding a paper cup of coffee that tasted like regret, staring at the departures board and trying not to cry. You ever have that moment where your stomach drops and your brain goes, oh no, 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 no? What now? That was me alone, halfway through a solo trip I'd been planning for months. And then everything started unraveling. So, rewind a bit. I'd been saving up, planning this big solo adventure through Southeast Asia. It was supposed to be one of those soul-searching things. You know me, my backpack, a few sketchy hostels, and endless noodle bowls. And at first, it was amazing. I rode on the back of scooters in Vietnam, watched the sunrise at Angkor Wat, and even got a bamboo tattoo in a hut in Thailand. Total main character energy. But on day 11, I woke up with this pain in my side. Not just a guy ate something weird pain. Like real pain. Sharp stabbing, wouldn't go away pain. At first, I tried to tough it out. Because hey, I didn't want to miss my snorkeling trip. But by mid-afternoon, I was sweating, dizzy, and couldn't stand up straight. I asked the hostel owner to call a taxi, and next thing I knew, I was in a private clinic with a doctor poking at my side and speaking just enough English to say the word appendicitis. Yeah, appendicitis. Alone. In another country. No clue how anything works. And that's where things got real. Because right after they said surgery, they also said, "Do you have insurance?" And thank God I had checked. Before leaving, I'd gone through my little pre-trip ritual, passport, chargers, copy of my itinerary, and travel insurance. I'd heard horror stories from other solo travelers. So I'd done a bit of digging and found this thing called auras.insure. It wasn't flashy, just super clear, quick to get, and didn't cost me much. I honestly only bought it because I figured, why not? Just in case. And in that moment, just in case became thank God I did. Because they handled everything. The hospital fees, the language support, even helped me rearrange my flight when I couldn't fly for a week after surgery. What really hit me though was later, back in my guest house, lying in bed, sore and recovering. I was reading through texts from friends back home, all of them saying the same thing. I can't believe you went through that alone. And yeah, it was scary. But weirdly, I never felt completely alone. Because I knew I had a safety net. Here's the thing they don't tell you about solo travel. It's freeing and beautiful and life-changing, but it's also unpredictable. And when you're out there on your own, you're your own backup plan. You don't have your mom reminding you what to pack or someone else to lean on when things go sideways. So now, every single trip, before I even think about what outfits I'm bringing, I check my travel insurance. Like, it's a non-negotiable. My little rule. If I wouldn't leave without my passport, I'm not leaving without insurance either. And honestly, if you're looking for something solid that doesn't make you feel like you need a law degree to understand the policy, Auras is what I've been sticking with. I'm not saying it's magic, but it works. And when I needed it most, it was there, quietly, efficiently, without drama. Anyway, that trip, it changed me. Not just because I learned to appreciate the little things, like walking without clutching your stomach, but because it taught me that being brave doesn't mean being reckless. It means being prepared so you can be brave. So yeah, if you're planning your solo trip, check your insurance. Trust me on this one. Throw it in your travel checklist, right next to sunscreen and emergency snacks. And if you're not sure where to start, just look up auras.insure. I'll drop the link in the description. It's my quiet little travel hack. Hopefully you never have to use it. But if you do, you'll be so glad you had it. Stay safe out there. You've got this.